Okay, hold on.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so we're recording. So they will at least get to see all the runtime and that. So, and I'll send that over.
That's beautiful. You're the man. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, it
so
looks like there's a interesting rail on the other side. Is that a quick adjust rail that I'm seeing on the side of the boxes where everybody's standing?
Yes. All right. So here's the splendid case, which is the tallest one, and that's just under. We're looking at about 35 and a half. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. 33 to 35.
Yeah. The rail is a quick adjust. You got these handles. It's very flexible.
Oh yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah. So you got different cases to adjust to. So that just helps. We got different. We got 4 stations actually. These 3 that you can adjust in, and then this one here. So, and then this one is just to be able to push in. So, again, we got a bunch of photo eyes, sensors back here, backup sensor. Everything like on your other machine, your motors, I believe, are quick. Yeah, they're quick release. So
everything is 480 volt. I'm sure it is.
Yes.
480 volt. Okay, good.
Okay. Any questions before we go on to the next phase? We're going to open doors, hit e-stops, and things like that.
Nope. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to hit this first e-stop. Okay. E-stop status pressed. Okay. So it's telling me, hey, there. I'm going to release it. John's going to hit the one on the back.
E-stop. Okay.
Okay. E-stop. Let me get the warning. Okay, hold on. All right, go ahead. Hit the sealer.
Okay.
Warning, sealer e-stop pressed. Set that. What else? We got another one? Okay, we got one on the back of the sealer. Go ahead. Okay, sealer e-stop pressed. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay. All right, we got two doors. All right, so with 3 doors. Okay, we got 3 doors to open. Case Erector magazine door open, and that's this one right here. Okay, good.
Right.
And we reset, and then we got this next door. Go ahead. CE alarm. Case Erector side door open. Okay, that's the second one down. Okay. How do we clear it? There we go. Okay, now we're going to open this front door here. Door status. Let's see here. Case Erector front door. That's the top line. That's this one right here. Okay. Go ahead, sealer door. Okay. Sealer door open. No control power, sealer door open. Okay.
All right.
Next. Same. Sealer door, no control power, sealer door open. Okay, so you get your warnings on each. Okay. That's that. Okay, so all the e-stops, all the doors, all shut the line down. So, okay. Brad, I know you have a list here. So what do you need to see next? And then I'm just kind of going to let you run with it and go from there.
So do we have any arc flash or power disconnects marked on the electrical box? I want to make sure that that was there. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And it looks like everything was clearly marked. Terminal strips are all tagged.
Yeah. We'll go in there and we'll show you.
So is there a networking capability on the inside of the box? Didn't know if that was part of the... Okay, gotcha. Wiring looks pretty neat too.
The Lin mod motors.
Yeah.
72
Okay.
Okay, so John was just pointing out to me that we have on this is what we call a Lin mod motor. It's what's kind of driving things through. And
Okay.
This is the 72 volt DC. Okay, but obviously it looks like a big old transformer or something in there. But anyway, that's 72 volt DC. But yeah, everything's pretty well neat. Got some VFDs in there, and all your relays, circuit breakers, etc. Okay.
I think that was it. You guys clearly mark all the solenoids, motors, and stuff like that, like on all the other equipment. As long as everything is labeled, downstream on the wires and stuff at some point,
So
we can track everything back.
You'll see that these white labeled
gotcha.
here, as well as labeled on the back of these. So we try and label anything that has like your cord. There's the label there for like your air here. So yeah, everything looks to me from what I'm seeing right now. You see the labels there.
Yep.
Even your labels now on your, see the one right here. It's a white one right there. So yeah, everything is labeled. That way it makes for easy disconnect. So when we take this apart, I don't know how we're going to take this apart, but we mark things AA, BB, C to C, G, GG, whatever. Everything gets marked. Okay. So it makes it easy back together if you've done that before. Yeah.
And
so
then on the
indicators.
yes, gotcha. Okay. On the mechanical systems, it looks like everything is there. I mean, it looks like we have the same Eurodrive gearboxes. They're already lubricated.
Yes.
Bearings, everything's ready to go because we're running it.
Yeah, those are the exact same that you have on your current conveyor. And
that's right.
They did not come with the quick disconnect. So what we did was, because your original ones had it, we went ahead and got the connectors, on our own and wired them in so they would be identical to what you have out there. You know what I mean? That type of connection just makes it easier for you guys. That's what they did on your current conveyor. They didn't do it for this, but we went ahead and implemented it anyway.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to maintain. The only thing before we get started is taking a look at the changeover recipes. Are they present for at least all the cases sent?
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously
looking at the list here, I think that was it on the static checklist. I mean, it was all pretty straightforward.
Cases, and like the other ones, you'll have these setup guides. Okay. So those are there, and that's part of your setup guide down here. You press your setup guide, and there's all the indications for. Okay. So all your indicators, your ABCs, and it tells you right. It's hard to really see that 220 right there. That tells you what the case, your current recipe, and that's what the case we're set up on. So your recipes are loaded, all your settings points on the sheet and on the screen.
Copy that. I think that's it. Probably ready for the dynamic check then.
Okay. All right. So we will get running. I'm gonna talk to these guys just for a second. I almost forgot. So we're just going to run. Are you just going to hand swipe down there? Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, so will this conveyor fill up?
Yeah. When it hits this eye,
yep.
That's backed up, it'll stop the machine.
Okay.
But this will continue to run.
All right, so you probably didn't hear all that, but this case director is going to continue to run until this eye right there. You see the red dot is. Once that eye is met, then no more cases will come out of the Erector. Okay. Once that eye is clear, it's basically like your downstream backup photo eye. Once that eye is clear, it'll start sending more cases out until it's blocked for a 3-second span. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll go ahead and get some cases. So this one, let's see, it's different on how. I apologize for the lighting. It's a little dark in here, but hopefully you can see that.
Yeah, I can. It's interesting. So the arm kind of turns 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And
use opposing vacuum.
Are the cases loaded in the same orientation as our other case erectors, or do we have to remember to load them in a different you know, like backwards or something? I can't really
No.
tell.
They're loaded, I believe, the same way.
Okay, that makes it easy for the operators to remember how to load them up.
Okay, so now we're full. We stopped making cases, and now we can come down and start swiping our finger and send things through the sealer. So yeah, we're packing off, swipe the finger, that releases. Wait. We got to make an adjustment on the side. Yeah, let's save a couple of those. In a good tape.
Yeah, and of course you don't have any weight in the boxes either, so it might be a little bouncy.
Still making it good. Oh, okay. So it should allow, you know, just one case in at a time. Just wipe your finger, and you can see the case record. Watch the case record up there too while he's air packing. And another case out. So these will be, you know, as fast as your operators can get them in there, you know. Wipe their finger, that's the way it'll go.
Yeah, an upper surge was about 15.
Yeah.
Looks like the Erector can roll that quick. I think it was set up for 16 max, right?
Yeah, there is 16 max. The largest one, that Splenda case, is the one that we're having probably the most amount of issues with. Okay, you can see even at hand pack, that one's 14.9. And that's, when I say hand pack, that's him swiping his finger. Okay, so
right.
It's the Splenda one that when we get to that, you'll see that we because it's just a little, it's flimsier. We're having just a little trouble with it because it just wants to break, so we had to slow it down just a little bit. It's just a flimsier case. It wants to break pretty easy. So we've got that one about 13 to 14 cases a minute. Okay, so I mean, we can, if that one needs to be at 15, we can certainly try and get that to 15. But it seems like all the others seem to be doing pretty good. Yeah, we're right at 15 on this smaller case here, this 220. And I'm gonna go over and look at some of the cases again. There's our stack. Yeah, we're getting a really good seal out of those.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So, okay. Okay. How many more you need to see run?
So they go around the corner. Just want to make sure those boxes aren't going to kind of bunch up a little bit and stop. If you want to run some of them out, or you can even take them off the line and let's see them index over. I suppose we can always adjust the rails, make them turn the corner, but okay.
They're turning the corner, so he's just going to send them through. Might as well run.
Okay. Gotcha.
They're making the corner, and these obviously you got to get around the corners. You know that's the biggest thing. So it's got to be a little bit wider, so you're going to have some movement just like this. You can see the side to side here.
Right.
We're not having any issues for these to make the corner and straighten back out. You know.
Yeah, they're not binding up or anything. That's good.
No.
And the conveyor's running, it looks like. Yeah, it was just hard to tell, so not that much back pressure on it.
No, you know, it's not. There's not. In
the location of the, looks like the photo eyes you're looking at with the orange handles, that looks like we can slide those back and forth a little bit, depending on the wire length.
Yes. Yeah, there's room to move these back and forth. You know, we've got them kind of set up. You know, is this a single person, two person, you know, how you're going to do it. You may be able to push this one down to close that gap a little bit more. you know, you got that 2-foot gap there, 20-inch gap. You may want to move that. You can move that down to at least to where this stop is. And then this, all it's doing is just putting side pressure on a case. That's all it's doing to stop, you know. So these are what we call metering. So when one is out, the other's back. Okay, so when this is sticking out to hold this case back, you can see that this one's not even engaged. Okay, hold on, there, it's not even engaged. So we cross port with air. So yeah, and there's John. So he's moving them back. So you've got room to move those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how much you want to stack up the line a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you can get quite a bit of backup here. I don't know how many cases we've got, but over 10. 12. All right, so we got 12 cases. 13.
Yeah, I was actually thinking like you get 2 cases together and the operator can actually grab one pouch with the right and left hand and like almost pack 2 at the same time because we're just stacking them up inside the pouch.
So then you can adjust this however you wish. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah,
this one
exactly.
And scoot this one back. You know what I mean? And it looks like the way these are wired, you can cut some wire ties, and if you want to, you could probably put it on this side of that handle. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can get it a little bit closer if you wanted to do that, but you can make up room. That's enough room. Say that again, please. Say that one more time. You left enough room for this case sitting here. Yeah. So there's enough room for a case sitting here. Oh, okay. So what John is saying is we left enough room for one case to be stationed there while you're, you know, while just enough room for one case to be there.
Okay.
So that don't come out, the next one can come in. So, but again, there's full adjustability here. You can see the loop on that one. It can really move. And then these wires for this one are fed from back this way. So you can scoot this one down if you needed to.
Okay.
And then again, same with this one. This can be moved. The eye can be moved. So you got full adjustability here. But all in all, these are making the turn pretty good. No issues. Because they get straightened back out as they get towards the operator. We're driving this one back in. You see that black? We're driving it back in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're full adjustability.
Have you guys taken any temperature of the gearboxes or anything like that after running for a while?
We have
Didn't
not
really detect anything. The other ones weren't really overheating or anything, but as far as unusual noises, I can't really hear anything, so I can't test for that. But I think it just sounds like our normal tabletop conveyors.
Yeah, it's not super loud. I don't think it's any louder than your case Erector. So we're going to go get a temp gauge, and we'll get that for you. You know, and remind me before we finish up to get another test for you on these because, you know, at this point, you know, we just started running these. So let's get a good run on them. And
yeah, go ahead and send them all the way through the tape sealer and see what the
I can tell you
what it
right
looks
now,
like after a while.
These are still cold to the touch.
That's good. Okay. They usually are, but
yeah,
check that off.
So we'll work on getting that. Any more that you want to see on this one?
I don't think so.
So this is our case follower. Let me
Okay.
show you this. It's our case follower. Kind of rides along this track here. And then we've got a, you know, almost like on our other case Erectors, you got
Mm-hmm.
that wheel and string that's under tension. So John will throw some in there.
Okay.
So that's safety lock.
And when they open up that door to put cases in, does that shut the machine down?
It does, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Safety interlock. And the capacity looks like it's pretty large, though.
So what do we probably got, I don't know how many cases we've got in there, but Yeah, we don't have a bundle. So I'll tell you what we'll do when we send up the next one, because these look like bundles of 25. When we set up the next one, I would think that you're going to have at least a couple hundred in there, 175. We'll see. I don't know how many we got there, but that's almost. I don't think that's quite half, but pretty close.
Yeah,
So,
it's probably 75 or so.
Yeah. Yes, everything right now is 78 degrees, 79.
Okay.
So, all right, so we'll keep that as they run more, and then we'll get another temperature. Okay, wants to do a changeover?
So start running it again and have somebody just slam the E-stop on one of the ends, like right in the middle of a run as you're indexing it over.
All right, so we'll start running,
and then then you guys, then back up and show everybody how they reset it and get it going again.
We're running. Wait for the case record to start. Hit an E-stop whenever. Okay, here we go. We just hit an E-stop. Came out, grab the case. All right, so we open up a door, pull the case out.
Gotcha.
Now, if the case is in there, it'll have to be removed from inside there as well, okay?
Right.
Then we're back up and running. Safety reset. And now we're waiting on John again. We're going to swipe his finger.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get a finger in a minute. The opposing vacuum works really good on this. We've got the same hold down plate, but the opposing vacuum is what really allows this, comes over, squares up. The Linmont is down underneath here. That's what's down underneath there. It's a servo. It's a servo motor. Good. Okay, so yeah, that's servo application right there. So, and back and forth. So in the XY axis, it's a servo motor.
So the only component that actually uses air is the suction cups for movement. Everything is servo motor for movement, correct?
That is correct. Then the cups and the arm, that's pneumatic.
Right. Okay. Now, this is John. One thing I was going to say about these Linmods is they use magnets inside of them. And the magnets are a really strong magnet. And if you have say a wrench in here and you have it on your hand, just make sure you watch because they could pinch your fingers. And the magnets are inside these tubes on this side. And on both of them, there's such a strong magnet, you just got to watch. Or if you even drop a screw, anything else, more than likely, they're going to get stuck to that magnet. That's why they got these stickers to warn you. It's a pinch point.
So it is, you were showing me it is marked on the door. So we'll have to go over that as far as our SOP.
There's 3 places.
So if you drop a screw, you'll look on the Linmont, you'll probably find it there.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. The side belts, are they the same type, dimensions as our current case erector taper? Okay. So we have
exact same motor.
Spare parts and everything. Okay.
Yeah, good luck getting out. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, listen. So you're going to get a wrench with this. It was hard to take off. So it's a strong magnet.
We'd have to power down if we had something stuck on it.
Right. That's why we put that out there so everybody can understand that it is a a magnet. Very strong. Say it again, please.
It is also on top of the cat track.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we have let you know there too.
Okay. I'm just curious, the clearance between the side panels and the ground, it looks like it's pretty tight then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, all this is, obviously can be raised up if you need to.
Right.
We've got the feet there, so I mean these are, I think, 9-inch feet. Yeah, they're 9-inch feet. We just got it lowered all the way down. So, it can be raised up if you need to.
Okay.
And this conveyor is just running downhill. So if you need to raise this up a little bit more, you can. You got adjustability, and then again, this is just running downhill.
Okay, so you can actually feed it downhill slightly around the first curve if we need
And
to.
that's exactly what we are doing.
Okay.
We're
Yep. Thanks.
Kinda
That
hard
was
to
kind of
see.
hard to see on the video, but
yeah.
gotcha.
See, we are running downhill. Now this one kind of levels out, the second one,
Okay.
but this first one is absolutely running downhill to get
All
to
right.
the elevation speed.
Okay, and then the other one besides the e-stop was simulating a power loss. So do the same thing, and instead of hitting the e-stop, somebody just turn the 480 breaker off right in the middle of a run, and then start it back up, reset it.
Okay,
Okay.
which is off.
And then, okay, so power comes back on, and yeah, just go through the reset.
Okay, so obviously.
So this is like a plant power outage. Sometimes we have those, you know, once or twice a year.
Yep. So then we got to wait for everything to come back up. So, you know, so obviously the HMI, we need
Yep.
that to reset. Yeah. So if a case is in here, you would have to grab the case out, or if a case crashed, you know, inside the belt drives. In this case, we've got a case that's already in, so I don't think we would remove this one. We just leave it go since it's already formed and tape is already starting to be applied. So we'll just leave that one go.
Okay.
Same with the sealer. We've got a case in there. We should be okay just to leave that one go, and it should tape without issue. Okay, again, still got to wait for this to come up.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. We'll just start everything up, see what it does to the boxes.
So you guys have power outages twice a year, huh? On average?
Well, I think we had one blip this year so far.
Okay. So now we can start back up.
Yep.
Safety reset. Start. Yeah. So this will go back. This will have to home. You can see it moving. It goes
Yep.
to home before. And there we go. Now we're ready to go. And that belt came out. No tape
Still applied the
issues.
tape. Everything's on there.
Yep. Let's go look at this one. Excuse me, Bobby. Still applied the tape.
And then I think the next thing we do is perform a changeover to the larger case, or the 3-count case.
Okay.
Yep, I think you had mentioned that.
Do we know what?
Only...
Do we know what number that is? Is that the 44?
I think so. To be the taller, skinnier box.
One that's really tall. Yeah, the 44. This blend is the tallest.
Yeah, I believe that's it. I can look up my numbers here.
There's a 300. 41. You got 41. But he says
The
it's a 3.
side, yeah, the side of the box should say something about 550, like 3 times 550 if it's not printed. Let me see if I can look up that number.
2.2 kilogram. That would be the
275. Nope, that's the 8 count. 275. Okay. All right, I found the dimension. Should say the 10-pound equivalent 3-pack should be about 15.5 by 9 by 11, 316. That's if he, Abdul had sent you those.
That's 18. Yeah, try that one. That's 18 as well. Okay. Let me, where's our sheet? I'm gonna. I'm gonna look and see what we received. Okay, so that's the 220 case, the one you just described to me. 15
Okay.
by 9 by 7 3/4. That's the one we just ran. Maybe see that, but that 220 case, that's the one we're running now. 15 by 9 by 11.
9 point. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm gonna look.
Yeah,
I know
you
we have
can. So it looks like we were on it already. Yeah, you can split. You can switch to the other Splenda. I think that's one of our 8 count 9.7 boxes.
Okay.
It would be the 1400270. I think would be the 8 times 9.7.
270. We got it right here. We'll switch over to that.
Yep. Okay.
So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put this on a thing. We'll tear down boxes. I'm going to help them tear down boxes to make the changeover quicker. And I'm going to put this about right here so you can see the changeover process. So
Okay.
go through it. And I'm going to help them tear down boxes and take boxes out. Is that all your Christmas shopping done?
Not quite. We'll need to work on that, I guess.
Yeah. Oh boy. You know, all my kids are now in their 20s, and I keep asking my wife, you know, hey, what year can we just go ahead and give them money? You know?
Yep. Gets harder every year.
Oh, we can't do that. I'm like, well, it worked for me and my dad. I was pretty grateful to get that cash. It wasn't nothing major, but still, get what I want.
Yeah, it's just when you have to deliver anything this time of year, you need to be a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Seems like it takes 2 or 3 weeks for UPS and FedEx.
Yeah. Amazon Prime, baby.
That's right. I can't tell there, but all the adjustments have the counter in the orange-red box, correct?
Yep.
Or some kind of a label or marking that shows us which direction to go. Okay.
So obviously, when you turn it, it'll tell you need to go to, let's say, from 9 to 10. Once you start turning it, if you start going away from 9,
Right.
then you're turning the wrong way. So it's just a matter of just reading the label as you start to turn it, and that'll tell you the direction you need to be going. There's no per se indicator on right to increase or left to decrease. None of them.
On the rulers that we're looking at, something that just goes in the right or left direction. You also have arrow indicators of where to be, correct? If there's anything like that.
Yeah, if there are rulers on here, I don't know that there are. We've got one.
Okay.
John's saying we got 3. So do we have indicators, John? Yes. All right, so let me show you.
Okay.
So yeah, see right there? We got a red
Okay.
indicator right there. There's one right there. And we've got here for your vacuum cup. So yeah, those are again part of your changeover metrics.
Okay.
I'd like to actually, Bobby.
Is that door removable? If we need to take it off the hinges? Just curious. Okay. Yep. Nice. Thank you.
And so is this.
Yeah, I can see those hinges.
Yep.
Thanks.
Just say again.
The set collar you have to take off at the bottom.
Okay, so it does have a set collar on the bottom. You would have to loosen or take off before that'll come out,
Okay.
but still be removed. And then obviously with this door here, you've got pull it out, lift it off.
Now we do have one changeover part, and depending on the size of the case, we have these trailing liner flaps, and there's
Okay.
a short one and a long one. That's what I'm doing right now, switching that over to the longer one.
Where do you typically keep the other part? Is there some kind of holder for it, or do we need to find a place for it?
We don't really have
Curious.
a place for it. We'd be just
Okay.
kind of setting it over here on top of it.
On that? Okay.
Hold down.
Yeah.
Right? We just set it up there. Yeah.
Okay.
It probably should have a place so it doesn't get lost.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking.
One of the other things we do when we set these cases up is when we make the first case, all these suction cups in here are adjustable, and we
Okay.
kind of move them around to try to find the best fit for each case. So you might have to adjust those a little bit depending on the case. And usually when we pick our first case, we kind of look at it and adjust it according to what it is. Other than that, I mean, I'm sure you guys could probably put settings as to where you
How
set
are those?
it.
How are
What's
the,
that?
yeah, how are they adjusted? Do they rotate? Do they pull in and out?
They're right in here. I'll show
Okay.
you. And it's they have little knobs on them, and you can take
Okay.
these and loosen it up and kind of just move it to best fit. And,
Oh,
and,
right. Okay. I think that's similar to our
fixing on
current case
this.
erector.
Yeah, it just says adjust the
Yeah.
case.
And then
Same
you get
principle. These here do the same thing, and you can kind of put it at the best fit. So yeah, usually when we start up, I kind of watch that and see if it's sitting in the right place or not. But that's just the kind of, once you get a feel for running these cases every day, I'm sure your guys running it, or ladies, they would
Right.
know about where to set them each time. Can you try a case?
So what adjustment was off when that typically happens? E. Hey, Rod, you're muted.
Sorry, that was the top fold down plate. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
All good. All right.
Top fold down plate. Gotcha.
This is here.
I have seen that a few times, so I was kind of checking. So that's the height of that top fold down.
Now, one through, we're gonna check our vacuum truck. So
On the 270, right?
Yep.
Oh, hey, you changed recipe? I did.
yes.
You did? I did change. Yeah, that was a bit off.
Yeah.
Missed that one.
Now we got just the side welts out,
Yep.
about 2 inches.
Maybe 3.
That would be a problem.
Listen, I'm grateful for the help we have, but the old adage, good help is hard to find, still holds.
Yeah.
Shoulder. My memory isn't as good.
All right. There again. There we go.
Yeah, it looks better.
Now that we demonstrated how clear jam.
Yep. Yeah, so we've demonstrated how to clear a jam.
That's right. And those are probably one of our wider cases too, so that's good to see those run.
Now we'll have to adjust here just to get these out.
Right.
Just opening them up until they start flowing.
So really, it's just a matter of adjusting the tension outside of the box so that it flows, but it doesn't actually stop it.
Right. Yep, that's exactly it.
Good.
moving that one in just a little bit so it went past the. Didn't get stopped. That one didn't get stopped either. Adjust that just a little bit more.
Is there a specific time that it needs to see the box or not the box, like a delay, or is it just the binary?
I think once it clears, that pops out.
Okay.
So, touch your finger, and now we got to keep tight. Trying to watch. So once that one comes back, there is a time delay.
Right, so it sees the box or the case side a little bit, and then it'll stop after, looks like maybe a half a second or so. How's the tape look on the top and bottom? Sent a few of them through.
Take this next one.
Yeah, small adjustments to be made yet. Flaps are not quite lined up.
Yeah.
Tape looks like it's going on pretty well.
It is, and for the most part, yeah, it was that one case. Yeah, another one. But also, I think too, once you get product in it, it's less susceptible to moving.
It'll have a little more weight to it.
Yep. But yeah, we are getting good seals on it, even though some of them may not be completely lined up, but they're still not too bad. Well, it's what's happening, John. It comes back out when it sees the eye and then hits in the middle. You can watch it. Swipe your finger. Now watch what it does. See that? It comes right back out. So we're just talking over through. So this, the other ones are functioning fine. But whenever that it sees, it brings it back for whatever reason.
So it's kind of like it's double actuating, then it should just be coming straight out, right?
Yeah, watch when the next case comes in. See it? It came right back out. Yeah, we're gonna write that down on the punch list.
Okay. Will do.
It wasn't doing that on the other case.
The other cases, so yeah. Might be a timing issue.
Right. Recipe 270. That gate, yeah, is basically double indexing. Yeah, we're just going to call it double indexing. But you see, we're making cases. So we'll get that figured out. Everything else down here, John, seems to be working good. It's just for whatever reason that when you index that, yeah, all right, so we'll figure that one out.
Okay.
Okay, let's run some more cases. He's got a, again, that a lot of that is dependent on how quickly he's swiping his finger. so we got a jam on that one. It's giving us the case jam message. So that case is kind of rough. The case
Yeah, it's
itself.
just not open all the way.
Well, yeah, I want to keep an eye on that because that corner, I remember seeing something that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got to be the corner, because if you look at this one behind it, you can see
Some
how
damage
crinkled-
on it.
Yeah, you can see how this corner is. This case is just. I'm gonna pull this one out as well. Well, you can see. So.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay.
Oh yeah, look, it's the same with this one. See that corner?
Yeah, it looks like it was bent backwards or kind of flexed in shipping.
All right, so let's restart.
So the back side of the tape is rolling up a couple inches on the case.
Yeah, so
Front looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, here's the back side.
Okay.
We're up.
And it's sticking. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I just want to make sure the roller was coming up and actually adhering it. Sometimes we have that issue where it comes up, it just kind of like hangs off the end.
yeah, you can see where it's, pulling.
Stuck all the way down. Okay.
Yep. So we're taking Corget with us.
So just getting another few moments of time before one goes.
Yeah. Okay, so there may be a timer in there that we need to adjust. We're still going to look at it, but it appears that extra time is what was needed. So we'll look at that eye, the timer in there, and see if we need some adjustments, because it appears we do. If they're a little too close together, seems like it doesn't. It gets there before it reaches its time, so it does that funky thing. So we just may have to decrease that time so it doesn't double index.
Yeah, and it would be nice if there was a smaller distance between the index box and the next one, just because it takes an extra few moments for a box to move, right? But the pouch stream doesn't really slow down, so we're gonna want that pretty rapid.
Yep. So, good.
We do have one fault on here to show you. It just came up. Now, whenever you get a low case indication with the sensor that's back here, there's a sensor right down here. It shows you, once it gets off those cases, it has a counter that counts to 10. And after 10 cases, it shuts the machine off and tells you to add cases, so you don't go too low and start mispicking. And that's the indication we got right now, because we got low cases after 10 cases. I mean, we can adjust that number if you wanted to do 15 or whatever, but then it comes it'll shut the machine off, and then it comes up on the screen. It says low case, add cases, which is that top fault that you saw.
Is that a default about 10 cases? Makes sense. I wouldn't want to change it, but okay. Yeah, that's set. Okay,
it's in the programming. I mean, we can change it to 15 or whatever you guys want to do, but we just, as a start, we just set it to 10.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing on my list was the, make sure we have the PM documentation and the typical spare parts for everything. Looks like there's some overlap to our other system. So it looks like we did look at a few product jams and damaged boxes. There's no way I can tell if there's any air or oil leaks. I didn't really see anything on the lines. Okay.
Been running now for about an hour.
Okay.
Okay, so see what the temperature comes up. 80.5.
It's pretty close to ambient.
Yeah, 83. I saw 83 and a half, 83.6 on the motor. And we'll check another one. Again, ground looks good, no drips.
Mm-hmm.
And 87 I saw. So I did see 87 at one point, so that's in
Okay.
on the gearbox. 87 again. Did see that once on the motor. Okay, so what about our motors on the end? Again, we have these two motors. Ground looks clear, no drips. Those are, I'm seeing 78. Yep.
Right.
Again, 78.5, 6, 79.
Right.
79.
Everything's probably not heated up that much. Okay.
Right.
And the motors on the Spantech conveyors, are they the same gearbox ratio, same motor?
So what you both are they the same here, or so what you
Yeah.
have?
Or to each other?
1730 RPM. 1730. Yes, they're both at 1730 RPM.
Okay.
53 on the inputs. 1730. No, 1730 on the in, 53 on the out. And it's the same motor. 1730/53.
Essentially the same spare part. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna look at now. Just make sure that we're staying here. This one's a little bit harder to read. Okay, so this one's different. I do apologize. Looks like
No,
the
it's no big deal.
RPM
We'll make a note of that when we get our spare parts.
Right. Yeah, so this one's 37 out. And you can see the difference in speeds. So this one's 37 out where the other one's 53 out. So the ratio is a little bit different between the motor and gearboxes. It may be the same motor. The gearbox may be a little bit different. They're both 1730, but that's controlled on a VFD through there, right? Yeah, okay.
So as far as the PM list goes, we have electronic drawings, as-built drawings. Everything is included. I know it's usually in the cabinet. Did you guys previously send those electronically?
I can send that to you if you want the schematics. I can email those to you. The as-designed drawing, I think, has already been signed and back to us. I think Abdul
Okay.
did that. Let me check.
I will
should have it.
Yeah, I'll check his old documents to make sure I can find it. If you have a copy of it still, you go ahead and shoot that over with.
Yeah, that's designed. He did sign it.
Okay.
So as designed, can you write on the board? Can one of you write on the board? As designed layout and electrical schematics to Brad. That I'll just be able to get that to you.
And there's training material or an SOP or some kind of manual associated with it.
Yes.
Are you sending hard copy of the manual, Rod, or are you sending him like a PDF?
I don't know. Typically, it's electronic, so you can log on and you can print out what you want. So you'll get a password, and all you gotta do is a link and a password. So you'll get your link, You click on the link, put your password in, it gives you full access to everything. There will be typically, I think it's a barcode that goes on the inside of the panel before we ship. You can click on that QR code, if you will, and it'll take you to the initial, which will have the schematics, your setup sheets, things like that. But it's typically inside your panel. So you just take a picture of that basically, and it'll take you right there, and you'll have the setup sheets, the schematics, etc. But your final manual will come via email with a link and password.
Okay. Email. And then the final thing to document, probably by email when you guys have your punch list done, is the shipping plan, timing, that kind of thing. That way we can get some space for it and mobilize for it.
Yeah, I'll take care of that for you. And once we, because we still have a checkout to do, or QC checkout. So now that we've had our FAT, we'll confirm just that one punch list item that we had about the indexing down here. We'll get that worked out. Brad would like these cases to be a little bit closer. So I'm not sure if we can go ahead and move things down to get them closer. That may mean we have to adjust that timer down even more if we can, okay? So before it leaves, let's just try and get these down a little bit closer. Okay, yeah, all right, so we're gonna put that down as a punch list, just to get these cases a little closer.
Yep.
Having fun.
Yeah.
We could go earlier. Yeah.
So if you go, well, pardon me for a second, guys. If you go earlier, get a hold of Dan Joseph.
Okay. Where is Dan?
Right across the hallway from my office. Just have Rhonda paging.
Okay.
My office.
Sure, that you're over here. Are you over there?
No, I'm down here accounting. I'm with Kayla. I'm right beside Kayla's office.
Okay.
And Dan's across the hall. So yeah. Okay.
I got it.
All right. Thank you. Sorry, guys. We have distributor training in, and I do a presentation for that. So anyway, it looks like we're going to move it up. So okay. What else? We put that
Well, at this
down.
point, yeah, I don't think I have anything else big to cover. I think that's as much as I can do over video, at least. Let's see here. Yeah, as long as we're taking care of some of the punch list items, just want to make sure that I get the actuator double braking and the cases moving together. Want to take a look to make sure we have access to all the documentations, drawings, so we can develop our SOPs off of that. And then the changeover information. Pretty typical. I mean, you guys sent that already with our last units.
Yeah, well, this changeover is a little bit different, but again, you have all the indicator settings on the HMI as well as the sheets on where everything needs to go.
And then due to the holiday, coming up and stuff like that, when you guys have a good idea of when all this is ready for a shakedown and shipping, get with myself, and you can CC Marco too if you'd like. And then we can take a look at when we're taking delivery to make sure that we're going to be here and be able to receive it. So normally our receiving is between 7 and 4 p.m. On weekdays.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send over an approval form for you just to fill. I've got most of it filled out, but we need the point of contact, just confirm ship to address. That's all. I'm going to send that over to you, and you can put all that information in. My speculation, honestly, would be, we've got to get the QC done, short week next week. I would bet that we are going to ship this the week of the 29th. We may be able to get it out next week, but, as soon as I know some sort of plan, I'll let you know, Brad.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, just heads up, no one's going to be in the plant on the Friday the 26th, so we don't want anything showing up on that Friday. It'd be better if it showed up on Monday or sometime the week of the 29th. Okay.
All right. Again, we can ship to have it there on the 29th if need be.
Okay.
Or because it's only a day, if we ship on the 29th, it'll be there on the 30th. Or if we ship the morning, it'll be there late the afternoon. It's only like a 5-hour drive by truck.
Exactly. Okay.
And Brad, Rod, let me know how I can help, if you need my help with anything.
No problem, Marco. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate your
All right,
time.
Ron. Yeah,
Happy
appreciate the
Thanksgiving.
show.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, have a good day.
Have
You
a, have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.